Well, by this time tomorrow, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says there will be a vote on a stopgap measure to keep the government open. With less than 48 hours now left to reach a deal, his proposal funds the government through the end of October. It includes key spending cuts and border security measures to win over hardline Republicans. It's unclear if he'll have the votes, though. At the same time, in the Senate, lawmakers say they have a bipartisan stopgap deal to keep the government running through mid-November at current funding levels.
This all impacts national security, and we've been digging into the specifics of what this means for our military community. For those serving on MacDill with the Air Force, to joint partners on MacDill, SOCOM, CENTCOM, our retirees who call Tampa Bay home, and the families who serve alongside them. Here's 10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Parsegian.
Unfortunately, it's military members and other workers here at MacDill Air Force Base caught in the middle of this political back and forth. Tomorrow they will get a paycheck, and it may be their last one until a spending plan is passed. How big of an impact it will have on them and their families really depends on how long a potential shutdown lasts.
You know, it weighs heavily on my heart.
Susie Malloy lives on base. Her husband and son both active duty military.
We're getting hit on all sorts of angles.
But she says it's mainly the young families that will feel the brunt of a shutdown.
Being a young enlisted spouse back in the day, I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck.
And it's not just paychecks. Many military families like Malloy's once did rely on other government assistance, now up in the air.
And I know a lot of young military families still rely on WIC and SNAP benefits, and those two will also cease if this government shutdown continues.
Commissaries, shops, even daycare potentially closing down. A lot of what's impacted on base depends on how contracts are written. Regardless, servicemen and women will still work each day without pay. So the biggest blow may be to morale.
It impacts your overall feeling of belonging when you're not valued because you're not getting paid.
This kind of irresponsible government shutdown will have an outsized impact on the Tampa Bay region.
As talks continue on Capitol Hill, Democratic Congresswoman Kathy Castor, whose district includes MacDill Air Force Base, says without funding, we're approaching a type of chaos we haven't seen before.
They will be operating their missions without getting paid. And think about what that means right now. It's just irresponsible and maddening.
It's maddening, but those like Susie who've been through a shutdown before says the key is
don't stress, because it's out of your control.
We do want to be clear, they will get paid eventually, but many Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Some companies like USAA and Navy Federal Credit Union are offering financial assistance to military members caught up in this shutdown. We have more information on how they can help you on our 10 Tampa Bay app. In Tampa, Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.
And we just talked with Feeding Tampa Bay as well. They did help federal workers and families in the previous government shutdown, and they say that they can be counted on in the same way if necessary. Now, it's still possible that Congress passes a measure to pay active duty military without passing that full defense budget. They did that in 2013. But in a statement from MacDill Air Force Base, they say stopgap measures have devastating impacts on the air and space forces, writing in part, we need Congress to pass timely appropriations to adequately equip our airmen and guardians, ensure military readiness, launch new investment programs, and reduce uncertainty within our industry and international partners.